Facebook and social media world and YouTube and all these people. Hi. So I was going to do a video yesterday on this that I'm learning, but I was just making too much melatonin, doing too good, doing too many experiments, and doping myself out, and didn't want to come on the internet too much. Of the night, it's unnatural, isn't it? You know, without the lights out. So I thought I'd come and share today crazy stuff that I'm learning. And every now and again, when I listen to podcast interviews, I learn something fucking cool. And this information is fucking cool information. And wow. When I learn stuff like this, which I will repeat and share to you, it makes me realise how amazing the human body is. It's fucking amazing, man. The human body is amazing. It's a glorious piece, and it's not an accident. It's not evolution to me. It's all very real. So, shout out to the interview that I listened to, and the person that gave me this information that I'll relate to you, that's going to be in my head forever now. Very powerful, from Matt Maruka. Matt Maruka is a very intelligent, 19-year-old dude coming up in the health world, talking a lot about light. A Jack Kruse protege, as some people say. Jack Kruse being a legend himself. And Matt Maruka is definitely a very interesting guy. I learned so much from his podcasts, and hopefully I'm going to have him on for an interview. I've hit him up on Facebook, so I'd love to do an interview with him. It'd be a fucking honour of mine, a bit of a hero. So, okay, we all know about mitochondria, the powerhouse energy of the cells. If you don't, well, look it up. It's where the Krebs cycle goes on. The ATP creates energy. And we need energy. That when the mitochondria are functioning properly, we get fucking healthy. When the mitochondria are not functioning properly, that's where diseases start. I mean, there's so many ways we can look at health, but mitochondria focus definitely is legit. Lights up mitochondria. Cold, fasting, exercise, grounding, all heal the mitochondria. The powerhouse. Each cell, the trillions that we got, has got like 1 to 10,000 mitochondria. When we fix the mitochondria, things start working really well. Now, okay, let's tie this all together as I fucking figure out for myself. Teach you, I teach me, I relearn what I learned yesterday, which is fucking awesome, which is probably going to stay in my brain forever. It's linking mitochondria, fasting, exercise, cold, structured water, infrared light too. And this what I'm going to say, well, Matt Maruka's somehow figured out himself, which is fucking genius, and connected the dots. It's fucking proof to me that the human body is fucking amazing. Okay, so, right. Mitochondria perform the Krebs cycle and give us oxygen, right? So they're essential for them to be firing properly. Now, when they work, hi Annie mate, good to see you. When they fire optimally, mitochondria give off heat. Well, they give off anyway, even simple mitochondria give heat, right? And certain protocols can make the mitochondria give off more heat, can make the mitochondria work even more. Right, like for example, cold therapy and exercise. I'll talk about those two in a second. So anything that, when the mitochondria are really thriving, they'll give off more heat. If they're in a sick person, they'll still give off heat. Now, this is significant because think of mitochondria as like quadrillions and quadrillions inside your body. All these things, energy out, quadrillions of them, giving out energy at all times. Now, they give off heat at all times, and the more they optimize, the more heat you give off. Now, they give off heat in the form of infrared light. So I'll say this slowly and repeat information. All mitochondria, in conversion of their optimal function, give off heat. The more healthy you are, the more heat you give off, the more infrared light you give off. So every single mitochondria is radiating, giving off infrared light. Now you may think, why the fuck is it doing that? That's dissipating something that's energy into the body, right? You might think that's bad, but actually it's not. Your entire body, as a result of giving off mitochondria, the mitochondria creating heat, is giving off this infrared light. So your entire vessel, the more healthy you are, the more infrared light you're giving off. So the mitochondria radiates out to your body this infrared light. Now it's significant because infrared light is a frequency of the red light spectrum, right? Get this. Infrared light is a frequency of the red light spectrum. If you've been following my stuff, and if you've not, you should know, or you don't know, cool, that infrared light and red light therapy is the one that structures water. So it creates Gerald Pollocks' 4 phase of water, red light, visible, sunrise, sunset. I've talked enough about that. And infrared lights, which are also in sunrise and sunset, just before and just after. There's a lot of infrared. But the mitochondria, your own human body, gives off infrared light. It creates it. and a healthy body gives off more infrared light. Now this is significant because when your mitochondria gives off infrared light, we know now that infrared light structures water. It creates Gerald Pollocks fourth phase of water. So what's going on when your mitochondria at all times of day give off that infrared light? It hits the water within the cells, water within your body. You're made up of 70% water if you believe science, probably way more. There's water all over your fucking human vessel. So every single part of your body that's water-based, which you are a fucking water-based being, gets structured. And that's why we say every human being contains structured water. Distilled water, but every human contains structured distilled water. Because the mitochondria are constantly giving off this infrared light in the conversion to create energy. And this infrared light hits the water within your blood, within your lymph, within your cells, within your muscles, fascia, tissue, fucking everything, and it all gets structured, and then you become a structured being. You become Gerald Pollocks fourth phase of water. That's what's going on around you. It's essential for life, and the more healthy you are, the more energy that's given off by the mitochondria in the form of infrared light, the more structured you come. Understand this. Every person has Gerald Pollocks fourth phase of water going on within them, structured water, because of this infrared light the mitochondria are emitting. But the difference is fucking huge. The difference is fucking huge between someone with a little bit of structured water within them and a lot, to the point where you can get sick and diseased if your water isn't structured as well as someone that is. I know because I've done experiments. I'm going to drink aged urine, I do grounding, fasting, exercise, cold therapy. These all, now we know, they admit the mitochondria are being optimized the fuck. When the mitochondria get optimized the fuck, as in you're healthy because you're doing so many healthy protocols, or even just the most powerful healthy protocols, the infrared light gets kicked out in the conversion. The mitochondria is getting lit up. Literally, the mitochondria is getting lit the fuck up. It's creating more oxygen from the Krebs cycle. Yes, we know that. But now we know it's emitting more infrared light. So now, every single health protocol you do, every single health protocol is structuring your water even more. And there's a huge difference between the structured water in small amounts in an unhealthy person and that's dying and someone that's fucking healthy. It's a huge difference. So that is fascinating. And look at this. I'll link it in with cold therapy, what cold therapy does, cold thermogenesis and exercise. Cold therapy, being cold for short or long periods of times, aka the Wim Hof in the mornings in the UK is perfect. It's always cold in the wintertime. We've got a mild climate. What that does is that forces, think about this, it's just logic and simple. The cold forces your body to warm up. The mitochondria react to the cold. Your whole body reacts to the cold, right? But the mitochondria don't like it, in a way, because it's a form of hormesis stress. When I say like, they do like it. But mitochondria see it as a stress, a hormesis. So what they do is the mitochondria try and generate heat within the body, because you're cold now, right? Cold therapy. You've gone for a cold shower, gone for a cold bath, you're taking your clothes off, you're a bit cold for a second, you're shaking. So your mitochondria's like, how do we generate heat? So your mitochondria generates heat by giving off heat, by creating heat, and it does it by creating new mitochondria. So your mitochondria biogenesis, so it goes up, and now the creation of heat happens when you're cold by infrared light. Infrared light is heat. It's the same fucking thing. When you create infrared light at such high amounts, it gives off heat. So now cold therapy hits the mitochondria start creating more, they start giving off more infrared light, and now cold therapy is making the mitochondria give off more infrared light, and now the infrared light is structuring the water. So cold therapy structures your water even more. Now you've got even more Gerald Pollocks fourth phase of water circulating around because of cold therapy. Another one, exercise. We all know that exercise, what does it do? It warms the body up. Yeah, there's maybe a lot of reasons why it warms the body up, but certainly significant. Exercise warms the body up because it makes the mitochondria work more efficiently, same as cold therapy, but mitochondrial biogenesis, but also the lights, the body warms up from exercise because the mitochondria is now giving off more heat energy in the form of infrared light. So guess what? Exercise also creates more inside your body of Gerald Pollocks fourth phase of water. This is huge what I'm saying. This is one of the reasons why you can protect yourself from disease, and one of the huge mechanisms which I don't think anyone apart from Matt Marouk and a little bit of Gerald Pollocks talk about. Lots on this, why you don't get diseases when you do these exercises. Let me say, a huge reason why all these exercises, grounding, fasting, what are they all doing? What do they all have in common? They're all creating uber super fucking super structured Gerald Pollocks full face of water, then increasing the structure of the water, of which everyone, let me repeat, has Gerald Pollocks full face of water, because if you didn't, you'd be dead. The cells need Gerald Pollocks full face of water. You need the full face of water going on inside you, but the difference is huge. But all these have in common is they're structuring your water even more tightly. And like I said, the difference in structured water, there's no limit to how structured. There's no limit to how structured the water gets. And proof being, you swig a little bit of aged urine. Just take a sip of a week or 2 old, 3 week old aged urine. Watch the deep breathing. What's going on there? Again, you're taking in. Aged urine is super structured. Gerald Pollocks full face of water. It is. Plus, it makes it, and then now it's giving off, and it does the same thing mechanisms I just told you. You drink a little bit of aged urine. Now I know. You drink it, the mitochondria get lit the fuck up. They give off more heat energy in the form of infrared, and that also structures the water. Actually, I love aged urine for 2 reasons. 2 reasons now why it's fucking amazing. Not only are you drinking uber full phase Gerald Pollocks structured water, aged urine is structured distilled at a mega fucking structured level. Oh my god, super structured. So you're taking that in, but also that's making the mitochondria kick out more infrared, which hits the blood, which hits the water in the blood, the water in the cells, which is gonna fucking, and we know that red light therapy, infrared light structure water, is make your body super tight, fucking super structured water. That's such a great focus area. I don't think people have no idea. Maybe I'm on another mission to get people up with awareness of the power of structuring that water even more, because that's the key to another key. There's so many keys to this. That's another key to healthy. Focus how to structure water. Do all the health protocols, why they work. One huge reason fucking no one's talking about is just what I just said. It's fucking huge. Thank you, Matt Maruka. You're a fucking genius. Watch Matt Maruka's videos. Stills. Jack Cruz's nice, great mind, but he's just all over the place. Jack Cruz, he doesn't know how to distill knowledge. Matt Maruka does. I do. I might be wrong, but I'm fucking not. Matt Maruka might be wrong, but I'm fucking not. This is correct information. It's all about structured water. Look into Gerald Pollocks' work. This is going to be huge in the next couple of years and decades. It's all about that. That's the key to health. Structuring that water. And also, with what I've just said, structured water, how do you structure it? Red light, infrared light, of which your body produces its own. How do you get the body to produce more infrared, kick it out of the body and into the water? All the health protocols, but a huge one is you can go direct to source. And direct to source, structured water, how to structure it? Red light therapy, yeah, infrared light. Now we know why sunrise sunset is fucking the most amazing protocol in the world, one of the most powerful protocols in the world. Every time I go outside for sunset for the 2 hours, even 40 minutes, at the right time, sunrise, sunset, stay out there, just with your head exposed, the whole body even better. Oh my god, it's a powerful red light therapy. It's an explanation. It's red light. Red light is the key to health. Loads of keys, but that's the key. You can go straight to source and structure your water with red light therapy. Boom. Matt Maruka, Johan. Matt Maruka. Check out his video. Go on that and type his name, type interviews, and start learning on him. The amount of things that I've learned from that guy, and I'm still not finished with all this. He's 19 years old. He's gonna release a book soon as well. I'm really excited about, called The Light Diet. He's been saying for the longest time, light is more important than diet. I mean, you haven't figured that shit out, then you're at beginner level of health. Yeah, a lot of things are more important than diet, but still, a lot of people in the communities don't understand that. But you will if you go out in sunrise, sunset. You'll understand that there is things way more important than diet, and diet is important too. You can do loads of things. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Hope you learned something. Heat, energy, infrared light. Your body's fucking amazing. Mitochondria kick out in the conversion of optimal mitochondrial function. Mitochondrial function are always kicking out heat energy in the form of infrared light, which hits the body on the way out and just structures your water. And why you've got structured water, this is why urine is structured water, because your urine is just your blood. Your blood is super structured. Your cells within your body is structured. If you're healthy, the healthier you are, the more powerful and more structured your water and your urine will be you're drinking. Yeah. And even if you're not a healthy person, sick and dying, urine that ages, what happens with any even dirty old urine from a very sick person that's dying, that will heal you too. Don't get if you drink it fresh. But here's the thing: aged urine, as soon as it ages, it becomes super structured. I wrote about this in my last book on negative ions, which I recommend you check out if you want information of. aging urine process automatically structures urine to levels within a couple of weeks to ridiculous levels. This is why I know now in my heart, I'm so glad I put it in the book, that aged urine is the most powerful medicine, in a way, for the physical health world. I mean, there's levels beyond that. You go to the quantum field and do transcendental meditation, but you start hitting that shit. And but in terms of the physical health protocols, aged urine is fucking the powerful shit, because aging urine process structures that structures that already structured urine water to like ridiculous, and it becomes a powerful magnet, super fucking powerful. That's why structured water is so powerful. One of the reasons why that I know of is because it becomes a really powerful magnet and it magnetizes all the crap that's in the body. Like, it just pulls. The more structured your water, the more negatively ion charged it becomes. The more negatively ion charged it becomes, the more it pulls all the crap from deep within your body, like really super deep. That's why one of the reasons why Gerald Pollocks, it's so important to structure your water. Get the water within. It's already structured. It's uber structured with all these mythologies and red light and infrared I've told you about, because then it becomes a really fucking powerful magnet. When it becomes a really fucking powerful magnet, the body can now detox very fucking deep. Just like fasting can, for a long time, can detox the body deep, so can uber structured water within you and uber structured aged urine. You can plug fucking deep, get the childhood stuff out, reboot you to the original. So, on that said, thank you for joining me, and yeah, I hope you learned something, and peace, and have a lovely day. It's a Sunday in here in the UK, so enjoy yourself.